penitentiary was actually ranked by the Department of Justice in the top 5 most violent correctional facilities in the United States of America.
No way.
Wow. They actually called it Blood Alley.
This place itself is definitely haunted. It has over 93 deaths, all done by execution. 9 of them were done by the electric chair and the rest were all hung. Charles Manson actually tried to stay here.
We believe there's a lot of souls hanging out here and people capture evidence of that all the time.
That's not me. Right here in this room is where somebody was murdered. Make yourself known. Was that you?
Dude, no, I swear to God, that was not me.
No, no.
All I know is there's a bunch of people. Whoa!
You know what sounds? What the fuck is that? Oh, I think it's up there. Here, come. No, let's come on. Get the fuck out of here.
What is up, guys? We are here right now in Moundsville Penitentiary in West Virginia. I'm with the whole Beyond the Dark crew, actually behind the camera right now. In today's episode, we are grouped up with Paranormal Quest. Now, we have never grouped up with anybody before and did a collab video, so we're gonna see how other people work and how it is. I don't know, it's gonna be pretty cool to see. But this place itself is definitely haunted. It has over 93 deaths, all done by execution. 9 of them were done by the electric chair and the rest were all hung. Now, there's a lot of history about this place, but one thing that stands out is that Charles Manson actually tried to stay here and wrote a handwritten letter to the people here asking if he can get moved here because his mom and uncle were actually prisoners here. Now, there's a lot more to this place, but we're gonna get inside, meet Paranormal Quest, and we're gonna go inside and see how this goes. I'm excited because this is our first ever prison we're gonna do. Let's get it.
This place is crazy. It's a whole Gothic style prison. It's massive. It's seriously insane. We're gonna be in here.
We are gonna be in here. Right now, it's 11 p.m. and we're here till 5 a.m. We rented the place out for the night. We're taking this seriously. We're taking over. If you guys have any other haunted places you think we should visit, comment below because we're taking over, guys. Already coming in here, what I love about this place is that the first room is like a museum, so you can really get a sense of the penitentiary and like how the prisoners were and what they use. Again, I've never seen these shanks and what they use and stuff, and they can get really creative for weapons. Example, check this out. Like, people are making these weapons out of random things out here in jail when they're trapped. Dude, look at the tattoo gun. Oh my God, a freaking Tommy gun. Yo,
Dude, what the
scared.
hell are we getting into right now?
I don't even know. Everyone else is already with everyone. It's just us two. We stayed back.
Dude, guys, we're about to go into the cell blocks, like the hallways and stuff. This is crazy, man.
This is good. Whoa, dude, the electric chair. Yeah, this is the, all right, so this is the one that took out, what is it, 9?
Dude, this is the list of the people that were executed. They all got executed for the crime of murder.
They called it Old Sparky. What the heck? What the heck? That's nuts.
Yo.
What up?
That's the hood that they used to put on them.
Oh, over is it over your head?
Yeah, and that was the one that they put on them.
The real one, dude.
Yeah,
that is,
dude.
Wow.
All right, guys, we can sit in this room all day and just look at all the actual things that are here, but we got to meet the team right now. Everyone's already there.
They're just creeping in here right now. What up, man?
Hey guys, how's it going?
Yo, we're excited to be here.
All right, come on in.
Nice.
So to get everyone's name out, what's your name?
My name's Ryan.
Ryan?
I'm Dave.
Dave? Steve?
Jason.
Nice to meet you guys. I'm excited.
We're all here. Let's get it.
We've never done a penitentiary or a prison on our Beyond the Dark show, so this is absolutely a first, and I think it's going to be insane.
Yeah, well, you picked a good one because this penitentiary was actually ranked by the Department of Justice in the top 5 most violent correctional facilities in the United States of America.
Wow.
So, yep. They actually called it Blood Alley was the nickname that they gave to this for the murders.
That's nuts.
Riots of actually.
Yeah, Blood Alley?
actually, in the years the penitentiary was open, we had a total documented 998 documented deaths here inside the penitentiary on property.
From like everything, from fighting, from just old,
Yeah.
from everything, yeah.
From anything from murders,
Right.
violence, all the way to natural causes, old age, heart attack, that sort of thing. So we believe there's a lot of souls hanging out here, and people capture evidence of that all the time.
Wow.
So excited.
All right, well, so we're gonna get started. We're gonna give you guys a little bit of a walkthrough here to show you the place, get you
Yeah.
acquainted with the history, and I will warn you that as we go through the prison, I may be telling some stories that are going to be pretty violent, pretty gruesome. We had some pretty violent murders that took place in this prison, and they believe the inmates still hung out to this day. And the first place is actually New Wall Cell Block down here. Now this cell block's the largest that we have in the prison, 320 cells, and it is 4 tiers high. So
Wow.
let's
Let's
go
get
ahead
in
and walk
it.
here.
Yo. Wow.
So yeah, you'll see it is 4 tiers high, and there are 320 cells in here. And the thing about this cell block, unlike the other cell block that we'll investigate tonight, which is called North Hall, New Wall, we can go all the way up to the top if we want. Go all the way up to the 4th.
We have to.
Come on.
We have to.
Yep. So, 320 cells. Now, during the most violent years of this prison's history, this was where a lot of the rioting took place. Now, the 2 major riots that we had here, we had one in 1973 and one in 1986. The one in 1986 was actually ranked in the most violent prison riots in the United States of America. But the one murder that I'm going to talk about happened during the 1973 riot because it happened right up here above our heads.
Room 20?
It's actually right in what they call...
Oh, that corner right there?
How we walk through this small hallway to get over here right
Yeah.
behind Steve. Right up above in that little hallway is where an inmate named Willie Hale, they called him Cool Willie, but he was stabbed to death. And actually the inmates, to make a mockery of his corpse, because the reason the inmates did this was because they wanted to intimidate the rest of the population in case any of the other inmates may think about becoming informants or snitches. They wanted to show them the reasons why they shouldn't. They wanted to intimidate them. So they ended up cutting Willie Hale's head off. They put it on a spike and they waved it in front of the windows of the cell block to show the officers on the outside the head of the snitch.
When was this? Do you know?
This was in March of 1973.
Oh my God.
Yeah, the riot lasted 24 hours, and he was the only murder during that riot. But during the riot of 1986, which we call the New Year's Day riot, there were 3 murders in and around the New Wall area here. And the 3 inmates that died during that riot were Jeff Atkinson, Richard Dean, and Kent Sly. Those were the 2 that died during that riot. So, yeah, this was pretty violent. I mean, it ranges anywhere from them trying to hang Jeff Atkinson by a TV cord off of the 3rd tier, and then when that failed, they dropped him from the 4th tier head first. And then Kent Sly, they stabbed him, beat him, drug him around the cell blocks, kicked him, spit on him, and then threw his body down into the basement.
Wow.
You know, again, it was to make a statement. They wanted to show them, if you're a snitch, this is what's going to happen to you. So this place was brutal. There's a reason they called it Blood Alley.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy.
It already makes sense. That's nuts.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, these cells actually are 5 feet by 7 feet. The reason they shut this prison down is because the inmates sued the state. And they won on the grounds of the 8th Amendment. So they said that this penitentiary, due to the living conditions, was cruel and unusual punishment. Now, it wasn't just during the riots the murders happened in here. They happened all over the cell block at various points. We had inmates that were beaten to death, stabbed to death, strangled, inmates that were even burned to death inside their cells in this cell block. So one of our co-workers, Lori, she was in the prison by herself, and all of these doors shut by themselves like someone was operating the controls. Keep on moving, let's head out this way. The next area that we're gonna walk down to is a place you all might have heard of because it's infamous in the West Virginia Penitentiary. It's a room called the Sugar Shack.
Oh, let's check it.
I mean, it sounds like a sweet place.
Yeah, Sugar Shack. I like sugar, so.
Yeah. I mean, let's hope it's a nice place.
This is the Sugar Shack.
The
Sugar Shack was where they would have indoor recreation. Now, just like the outdoor recreation yard, they could come down here as long as they were allowed out of their cells. But the problem with this room is, where on the yard they had guards in the towers watching them, down here, there was no place to put an officer with a weapon. There's no place. So if a guard came down here, they would be down here with hundreds of inmates with no weapons at all. Nothing to
Yeah, I
protect
don't think that's
themselves.
safe, man.
No. So a lot of times the officers just didn't supervise. And it's important to note that because of that, this was one of the most dangerous areas that the inmates would use as kind of like their last stronghold of freedom. But that meant that if there were any snitches and any informants,
They would get killed here.
and yep, exactly, any pedophiles, they would be stabbed, beaten, brutalized, or even worse, you know, a lot of sexual assaults took place down here, a lot.
Why was it called the Sugar Shack, if you know?
Well, the friendly way that we tell families on our day tours is the inmates said it was a sweet place to be.
Oh, sure.
But think about it, you know, unsupervised.
Okay.
They could bring whoever they wanted down here. You know, a lot of these inmates would bring their boyfriends, lovers down here, and this is where they would have. This is where they'd get their sugar. You know.
So we were right, it was a sweet place.
Yeah.
What is that?
That is a sculpture that was built by an inmate. Actually, he was contracted by the state of West Virginia to build this for the mound that is right across the road.
Oh, yeah,
That's why it's called Mounds. Is that why it's called
Wait,
Moundsville?
what is the mound?
That is
dude?
why it's called Moundsville.
A huge. I thought it was a landfill.
This
almost.
was the surprise he had for you guys.
Well, that's one surprise because, you know, it's one thing to come and ghost hunt at a prison that was thought to be one of the most violent in the United States of America.
That is true.
It is an entirely different thing to come to a prison that was thought to be one of the most violent in the United States of America that was also built entirely on the ancient Adena tribe's burial grounds.
Oh. So, have you ever
Talk to any tribes you think here?
They've all been, I mean, the Adena tribe doesn't really even exist anymore.
Right.
This was over 2,000 years ago, so.
Wow.
Yeah, but the thing is, they found the remains of this tribe when they were building this prison. No. They did. There's documents of it, newspapers of it. They found the remains of these tribes people because that mound that sits right across the street is the largest conical, which means it's shaped like a cone, the largest conical burial mound on this continent, on North America, is right across the street.
It's just got so much deeper than
Man, we gotta
thought.
show the mound off now.
Dude, like we thought this was just some prison with a lot of violence, a lot of history, and then it goes even deeper. Like now we're on Native American burial ground.
The inmates that resided here knew that this was sacred burial ground that this prison was built on. And it got to the point to where they thought this building was cursed. The inmates themselves who lived and died here but thoroughly believed that if you died in this prison, your soul would never be able to leave. What? They believed that. They absolutely believed it, and some of the officers believed it too. Yeah. And so, I don't know if it's true or not, but if you think about that, if you believe it strongly enough and you die here, and you don't think you can leave, are you even going to try to?
Right.
Maybe that's why this place is so haunted. But
that's a theory.
We call this the Shadow Man hallway.
Oh.
Shadow Man.
Shadow Man.
What is this? A Sam and Colby video?
That is because back in May of 2004, Dave's mom, Holly Gear, captured the infamous Shadow Man picture in this hallway.
Okay.
And she saw this figure with her eyes before she took the picture. She said she walked down to the cafeteria. It was almost rounding the corner as she was. She almost ran into it. But because it was dark and she didn't have any lights on, it looked like a living person. So she switched her flashlight on, and that's when she realized it looked like a silhouette with no features that looked like it was made out of moving electronic static. What? And she walked away from it down this hallway until she got right about where I'm standing now. When she got to where I'm standing, she took one photograph down this hallway. And in that photo, that figure was standing in front of that cafeteria door at the end of the hall.
Wow, this looks like a dungeon, bro.
Yeah. Yes, this is what we call the boiler room or the hole. And this is one of the active hotspots that we have here. This is the oldest basement that we have in the West Virginia Penitentiary. And down here, not only did they use to punish the inmates with torture methods, but they also, down here in 1979, we had one of the most violent murders in the penitentiary take place.
Okay.
So down here in the basement, there was a lot of history. In the oldest of years, and I'm talking back only as late as the 19-teens, they used to lock inmates up down here in torture devices. They would restrain them down, they would whip them, they would beat them. They had something that was called the Cat of Nine Tails, which was a whip that branched off into 9 pieces of leather that had steel interwoven in the tip. So when they whipped them with this, it would literally rip flesh from bone. Yep, tear the flesh right off of them.
Dude, what?
So,
well, that's not
they
good.
also did what they called the water cure, which is where they would suspend them from the ceiling and spray them with ice cold water from a fire hose. I even read an article from a prison publication that said they had documentation to prove that there was an inmate that they stuck the hose so close to his face it ripped his jaw right off.
What?
Yeah, and he died from that.
Yeah,
So,
damn.
But on top of that, this was actually where in the 1970s, which jumps forward a lot of years into the newer years of the penitentiary, an inmate named R.D. Wall lived down here. It was his job to look after the boilers. He was a life sentence inmate, and he was so trusted that he got this whole place to himself. And this was his living quarters back here.
Okay.
So, now as the story goes, R.D. Wall lived down here for quite a long time, until he had a falling out with a couple of buddies of his.
Uh-oh.
And when he had a falling out with a couple of buddies, and they're not exactly sure what the quarrel was about, whether it was personal or whether it was because they thought that R.D. Wall was a snitch, I just know that the end result was that on October the 8th of 1979, in this room, Charlie and Billy, a couple of his buddies, came down here and they stabbed him to death in this room. They stabbed him so many times that they couldn't even count the number of stab wounds. They found stab wounds through his hands. Parts of his fingers were cut off, probably from defense wounds. And they cut his throat so deeply it nearly severed his head. And all of that happened in this room. And they didn't find him for 4 hours until the next morning. So
Wow.
a lot of people believe R.D. Wall is one of the spirits that haunts down here in this basement.
I bet.
People have heard his voice. They have captured shadow figures and full-bodied apparitions down here. But also people are touched down here quite a bit, especially women with long hair. They like to pull hair down here.
All right, Casey, trigger object. What? What happened?
Something just whispered to us as we were coming up these, coming through that door frame. I thought she said something. She thought I said something. And neither one of us said anything to one another.
Did you hear like what it said?
It wasn't a word. It was more like a moan.
Yeah, it was like a mumble type thing, but it was clearly something.
I thought it was him. So
I thought it was you too. I'm
This
like,
is
what did you just say? She's like, I didn't say anything. What did you just say? I said, I didn't say anything. I go, but did you hear
this is
something?
getting
She's like,
good.
yeah, I heard something.
Getting good.
Yeah.
Just as we were coming through the archway.
Now, this is the oldest cell block that we have in the penitentiary. North Hall is where in the early years they used to keep mainline population, but also when you fast forward to the latest years of the prison's history, they turned this into lockup. This was the worst of the worst. It was so bad, in fact, the inmates nicknamed it the Alamo because they said this was their last stand and there was a chance they wouldn't make it out alive.
Wow.
Jeez.
This is where, actually, this was ranked in the top 10 most violent cell blocks in the United States of America, and it's ranked in the most haunted cell blocks in America to this day. So, North Hall looks a lot different than any other cell block you may have ever seen in your life just because of how these inmates behaved reflected how they were treated. And therefore, a lot of the guys that were in here acted like they were caged animals, so they treated them like caged animals, and that's probably what you'll feel like when you walk in here.
Oh wow. Look at this place, man. It's surreal. It is unbelievable. I can't get.
They got the fences above and everything. You know,
It's just you're all fenced in.
you're not getting out of here, bro. Yo, there's a skull in this cell. What the hell?
I don't like this place. Yo, but honestly, I just cannot imagine being
Like trapped in that cell. Dude, just it's crazy. I would kill myself. I would rather kill myself. For real.
I feel you.
Like that's unbelievable.
like I just. What the heck,
They did.
dude? Dude, this is it. You're like in like a little submarine kind of vibe in here, and that's it. What do you do? Like you're just stuck. Dude, I just can't get over it.
So like you were just saying, like you would rather just like off yourself than be in one of these rooms. They had live outlets. The dude, he literally just said that like some prisoners would literally like kill themselves in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we had inmates that would hang themselves
I
with their
would've
bed
fried
sheets, cut
myself
their own throat,
in that,
you know.
in that
Yeah. No, because you can't stay in there, dude. That is unbelievable. That is unbelievable. I actually cannot get over that.
23 hours a day is what they spent in there.
23 hours a day. Dude, I'd be dead. I would be dead.
Every single meal was passed through the hole that you see in the bottom of this door. You see holes in the bottom of every
Oh
single
yeah, right there.
breakfast, lunch, and dinner would come to them through what they called the bean hole. This cell here, cell number 9, that jacket that you said you wanted to buy when we were in the museum. Right beside it, there's an inmate uniform. This was the guy, Scrappy. So
his cell's all decked out, right?
Yep.
What's
his,
going on with this guy?
And there's a nice little cutout in the hole in the wall here to the other cell.
Yep.
Whoa, what's going? Yeah, what happened? What's up with that?
So the inmates would cut holes in the wall to pass things through, but they would also cut holes in the wall for, let's say, recreation.
Okay.
You know, they were really good friends with the guy in the cell next to him. But Scrappy was the one that did all this artwork. Scrappy, his name is actually Danny Alexander. And he's out of prison now. He was not a life sentence inmate. But he loved Guns N' Roses, and the one thing they were allowed to have when they were locked up was a felt tip marker. So he spent a lot of time. But this is one of the most photographed cells in the prison.
Oh, as soon as I saw it, I came in and I'm like,
There's a pentagram in this cell.
Where?
Whoa,
This one.
This one says, I'll be back.
What is that? The Palm Coast?
It says, I'll be back, motherfucker. And then look.
Around, bro.
Oh snap, dude! No, this place is crazy.
I got a better one for you down here.
All right. Dang. Who drew that? Do you know?
It was an inmate named Kenny.
Kenny drew that?
Kenny was the leader of the devil worshippers.
What? Dang. The devil worshippers. You hear that? That's nuts.
Red Snyder lived in this cell for about 6 years, from 1986 to 1992. From that cell, he commanded his gang, the Aryan Brotherhood. And after about 6 years of being the meanest and most violent inmate that this penitentiary had ever seen, and I'm talking multiple murders, not only at his word, but by his own hands. After about 6 years, his gang turned on him and they ordered for him to be murdered. And it was his best friend that carried out the murder, a man by the name of Rusty Lassiter. On November the 16th of 1992, Rusty Lassiter came out of his cell to go to recreation time and ran into Red's cell, which had just been opened up as well, pushed Red down on the floor and stabbed him 37 times in the chest, throat, and face, murdering him inside his cell.
Wow.
And the cell that we're going to go to is now thought to be one of the most haunted cells in this penitentiary. So,
Let's go.
But why would he do that?
Rusty was a member of the gang, and if he denied a gang order, he was as good as dead.
So it was just.
This is his cell?
This is Red Snyder's cell.
And it's supposed to be the most haunted cell.
Dude, the name of the gang is literally carved in with a swastika in the O.
Dude. I can't believe this.
And you see people leave Red playing cards and cigarettes, and
Yeah.
This is freaking weird, yo. Like,
you may hear water dripping.
So the entrance where we did our intro of the video is right here.
Look at it, look at it. I gotta get in here. Look at the grids.
look at this room. Like it's like I'm in an egg.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
And you know, you get the tiled floors. It's actually really nice. Hey, it spun, the whole thing. Does it still spin?
It does. We have it chained up in the back.
Oh, okay.
It'll,
Wow.
it's the part of the building that's off limits due to the structural integrity.
Right, yeah.
Now the next room, which is even more fascinating, that it looks exactly the same, but this next room was what we call the SPU, the Special Programs Unit, but what it was the psych ward.
Okay.
Of the penitentiary.
Psych.
So these were all inmates who had done fairly violent crimes that were kept up here because they considered them to be unable to habitate inside general population, so they'd keep them up here. Every single bed that was in this room had arm and leg restraints in case they had to 4-point them. And if they got too out of control, they got too violent, they'd take them down and put them in the suicide watch or the confinement rooms that we have down here, so which we'll see in a second. You had a lot of inmates up here who would self-harm, hurt themselves. A guy named John Devon up here on this floor, after having cut his own throat 3 times in the cell block, they brought him up here, and while he was here, he used colored pencils to gouge both of his eyes out. Jesus. So, very violent inmates too. A lot of times the officers didn't want to work up here because they didn't know when these violent outbursts were coming. Craziest piece of evidence that I've ever captured in here was before we even started Paranormal Quest. I had just started investigating. This was March of 2009. In this room, I heard and captured what sounded like somebody firing off a shotgun in here.
Damn.
It was so loud it vibrated the walls. And then afterwards, you can hear what sounds like a shotgun shell, plastic and metal, hit the floor. And then shortly after that, you hear a man's voice, and it sounds like he says, "I told you not to make a move." It was very loud, very, very present, very creepy. Myself and the guy that I was with, we got out of here pretty quickly. But I caught it, and I have that recording. If you guys want to use it, I can send it to you.
If you
Send it.
that to us, that would be
Yeah.
Play it right now.
And the last place before we start investigating tonight that I need you guys to see
Yes.
are the confinement cells, or what they called suicide watch. In this room, there are 2 cinder block cells with thick steel doors.
I mean, suicidal.
Holy shit, dude! And they would lock them in there.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They would strip them down completely naked before they locked them in. There was nothing in there but a shower head on the wall and a drain in the floor.
Wow.
Oh, I wish I could go inside.
This one actually, the lock broke and we can't even get this one open anymore, which is
wow.
why we keep this one locked up.
Yeah.
Because the last thing we want is someone to go in there and shut the door and
And then they're locked out. Yeah, no, that really happens.
Yep.
Oh my god, dude.
All right, we're ready to investigate, bro.
Dude,
How you feeling?
this place is crazy. The history here is darker than some of the asylums we've been to. Like,
That's true.
this is gonna be insane. I think a lot of the interactions we're gonna have are gonna be dark. I think it's gonna be kind of
true.
malicious.
Yeah.
I mean, either way, I think this place has a lot of potential, so I'm excited.
No.
Sam. Yeah, guys, we got the whole tour. You guys know about everything, know about the rooms. We're going in now. We're grabbing our gear. Everyone's getting ready. We have 4 solid hours to do this. Let's see what we can get.
Paranormal Quest, though, they're all wearing black and everything. They're ready. You know who they are. You can just see it. Like, that's the gang.
Where did you guys feel the most drawn to from that walkthrough? Where did you feel the
Very
most?
last one. So,
Medical?
yeah.
Dude, honestly, I thought the caged room was like
But
crazy.
if it doesn't make flow right, we can save it until the end. You know what I mean?
Hey, that is fine. We can go wherever.
Actually, I'll go. We can go straight to the medical.
Yeah.
Because we did that. Remember at trans, we went straight to where you thought was the craziest, and it was the craziest. That was yesterday. Yeah, let's do that. We should try that. Let's try that.
Let's give it a shot.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
I can't see a damn thing in here.
How's our dinky light doing here?
It's actually doing good though.
Oh, good.
Like, it really is.
You can see his, right?
Yes.
Oh, that's so crazy. Because I can't see anything right now.
No, I know.
Pitch black right now in a prison.
All right, good old Remy.
Yeah, put by the entrance.
Got her right by the
Yeah.
door.
Yeah, we're setting up. This is a huge room actually too. So.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know. I think John, you should do a spirit box session then. I really think. Every time we start to like kind of build up them wanting to talk. Yeah. Like a spirit box or EMP session like every time, and it's been like perfect. It's the way to start things. It always worked out for us.
Say dead into this if you're dead.
Was that John?
Yeah. Yes, my name's John.
Hello.
People either.
Hi there.
Hi there. Yeah, that's nice.
Nice. I thought I just heard Josh.
I heard Josh maybe, but I heard that. What is that screeching?
Say inmate if you're an inmate, please. Inmate, I thought I heard it. You want to try, Joe? Sure. We've been talking to you and whispering in your ear, so.
Where are you guys? You're not really too present in this room. Where would you like us to go?
That I came back to my.
Getting a lot of radio. You get your SB7?
You guys heard something?
Yeah, Dave and Steve went down here because they just heard footsteps coming from sight.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They just walked down there right now because they heard footsteps.
I mean, this was loud.
No.
I didn't hear him, but
In the corners, there's footsteps too.
Alright, so you guys, my name's Joe. It's my first time in the prison. I want to thank you for allowing me to come in here. Can you acknowledge that you can hear me? Can you say my name? How about your name so I know who I'm talking to? This device won't hurt you or harm you.
I just saw a cold breeze come across the back of my neck right here.
I've honestly felt the
Actually, I
room
can
like
feel it a little colder right here.
Coming in the room now? I
I've felt the room gradually getting colder, like this whole time.
Maybe they're finally coming in.
Came into the room.
Oh,
Lady.
Or
Did you say lady? What goes on in the sugar shack?
I want to use these in that alien.
Was that, did it say sex?
Did it?
What cell were you in? What wing? I'm close by?
It could be just right over there for all we know.
Yeah, true. You never know.
We could just migrate over to the next one.
Where do you guys want to head now? We think this could be a little dead here.
Yeah,
John brought up the cells.
yeah. We can go down and check out North Hall or New Wall, whichever one you guys want to do. New Wall's been pretty active recently, but North Hall's always active, so.
Yep, North Hall it is.
There's a lot of people with us right now, and I think even though they might know this group that's with us, I think they're trying to figure out everybody. I think they're just assessing us just like they would in real life.
And if it does get to the point to where we're not getting anything with the whole group together, it's fine if we split up, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we can wing it.
Whatever works, because we want you guys to get some activity here, and if all of us being in a big group's not working, sometimes they like smaller groups, so.
Yeah. I didn't see it. I bet people always fall here, dude.
They want to do EVP in one of the cells?
Yeah, let's do the Aryan Brotherhood EVP session.
What was that guy's name again? Red Sniper.
Red
That's
Snyder.
easy enough to.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah,
Let's do that.
down to Red Cell.
Should we bring one REM pod just to have at the end of our hall?
That wouldn't be a bad idea.
It wouldn't be a bad idea at all.
All right, back in Red's room. What is that? You heard that?
Did you hear like a really deep voice?
I heard a light voice, but I heard a voice.
So now you guys are hearing it. I haven't heard anything for a while, but I was hearing stuff since we got here.
I don't think it was any of those dudes in the back. I actually think it was like just like around this area.
I heard like
Yeah, that's what I heard. I couldn't make out what it was saying, but I like heard the reverberation of the voice. Dude, you know what's crazy about this cell? Not only the fact that like, you know, somebody was murdered in here, but literally his body was found right here between the bed and the toilet.
All right.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Red Snyder, I'm interested in joining the Aryan Nation. What do I have to do for initiation? I heard like a little.
Mm-hmm.
Is that my light too bright on it?
That's okay.
Brett, I'm more interested in what those cards are above the outlet.
Can you come up to one of these recorders and say what one of these cards are? If anyone else is in here besides Red, we'd love to hear your voice. Know what happened to you?
Red, did you ever think your own gang was gonna turn against you?
Heard a whisper.
I know you were a hardcore prisoner, but that must have bothered you.
What were you in here for? Alright, I'm gonna stop him.
All right.
What were you in here for?
Whoa.
The was that?
That was something.
Walking around or something?
That's not me.
No, it's not.
I'm not even moving.
I don't know. Is that what it said?
I think, I don't know.
I don't know. Whoa.
I don't know.
That's a full sentence.
Yeah. That was the same voice both times, too.
Yeah, we got that REM pod hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No word of a lie. Something just touched my leg. On my knee.
If you have a message for anybody,
Is that you, Red? You touched
doesn't
it?
have to just be Maddie.
How was it get in touch? What would you?
Dude, so like I'm sitting there and like it's not like I was grabbed or anything. It just literally felt like somebody's hand just like kind of like just caressed the front of my knee like that, and that was it. That's all that happened.
Right.
So weird. And I believe that it was legit because we had the REM pod go off.
Right,
I was sitting
yeah.
right next to it.
No, that's true.
It's just generally really creepy to be now just us here, us five,
Yeah.
in this place. It's insane.
You know what I'm gonna do while you guys, just for 2 seconds, I'm gonna do like
What
John did last night.
was that?
That was a big thump.
I was.
John.
Dude, I was recording. I have that on camera.
I'm recording too. I have it. You know what I'm gonna do while you guys, just for 2 seconds, I'm gonna do like what John did last night. That was a big thump.
Holy f***. That was John. Dude, I was recording. I had that on camera.
I'm recording too. I have it.
Dude, that was really loud. I thought that was you, John, actually over there still walking.
Who made that noise?
Yo, I thought I seen a shadow through the cage.
Who's here?
Quiet.
Really quiet.
I'm thinking that the best places for us to go are probably going to be the Sugar Shack, North Hall.
Are those cats in the Sugar Shack now?
I
Right?
think-
that's what they said they were headed.
So maybe we should go to North Hall.
We can go hit up. That's where the Shadow Man apparently is, and the cafeteria.
Yeah, let's go to North Hall.
Let's
If those
do
guys
that.
are in the Sugar Shack.
Yeah. And then we'll go to Sugar Shack after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do the hole first, actually. We forgot about the hole. That's right under us. So just what, down here or down there?
We don't do that now if you don't want to. We can
I'm down to do the
Oh,
hole.
let's do it.
Yeah, we're right under it.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is the room, guys. Right here in this room is where somebody was murdered.
Yeah, got stabbed countless times. They didn't even know how many. It's really freaking cold in this room.
Yeah, it is. I mean, they say that he still stays here.
If you're down here, can you say hello? Hey.
Hey.
Was somebody murdered in this room? Is there anybody who was tortured down here?
The devil, I thought. I heard the devil.
What?
Yeah, I heard Charles, the devil, and then a boy.
Charles had anything to do with Charles Manson? He wanted to come in.
Are you talking about Charles Manson? Did you know Charles Manson?
Do you know Charles? Can you say his name? Say Charles again? Alright, we're gonna try something else, okay? If you're down here, can you just say goodbye?
The state equally.
Goodbye.
I just say it's location at this point. Maybe we'll find a hot location. So if this is flat here,
Yep, we move around.
we keep moving around until we find the
These-
spot where they are.
All right, yeah, let's do that then. All right. It ain't the hole. You know that.
Just try not to give up, I guess.
Yeah, we can't
We're
give
just
up.
spoiled.
We just keep moving around.
Yeah.
We should find a hot spot or a warm spot at this point.
Yeah, it ain't.
that?
Well, what?
I think it was all lights.
No,
Oh.
that was a bang.
Oh.
I didn't hear the bang, dang.
Hello?
If you're out there, can you make another noise? Make yourself known. Was that you?
Dude, no, I swear to God, that was not me.
No.
I swear to God.
I was looking right at it.
Are you kidding me?
I was looking
I
right
swear,
at it,
I
dude.
swear to God, I did not do that.
I was looking at Joe, and I heard.
And you would have seen me then if you're looking at the chair.
Yeah, I didn't.
I just jumped fast and I moved.
Put the DS60 on
saw it
it.
move.
Put the DS60 on it.
You can even check this footage back, dude. I swear to God, dude. I swear, that scared the out of me.
I heard something. I knew it. First of all,
No, but he was looking at it. Dude, I was next to Joe, but not that next to. What? Someone just touched you?
Yeah, like this.
Just now?
Alright, you have our attention. Who's down here with us?
He's like, don't leave.
How is it possible they can do a whole chair move, but they can't talk to us?
maybe they just literally don't want to talk.
That's true.
Oh, I mean, we were kind of like saying, "Oh, this place is fake" a minute ago, right before it got kicked.
Well, then it
I don't know if
shows-
if I was recording that though.
It shows that they want to show their presence and let us know that they're here, but maybe they're just not keen on speaking.
Because they got killed by snitching, so.
Right.
Yeah, makes
right. That
sense.
makes complete sense.
Yeah.
And he had
Maybe.
his throat like cut, right?
Right. So maybe he can't
Can't even
speak.
speak,
You don't-
yeah.
We don't know. Maybe he or she or whoever it is gonna be better at making noises.
Yeah.
Maybe we can just talk to him playing the quiet game and see if he makes noises to communicate.
Yeah, or touch things.
Right. Riots happened here. People were murdered right
Oh
here.
yeah. Okay.
Someone's head was put on a stick right
Yeah.
there.
Then we should do this. Maybe we should do it like right over here. You think?
Yeah, I agree. Right
Like
here.
just like right around
Where it
here.
takes us.
You can even has the shank as a trigger object. Put the shank somewhere.
But what if these doors close
Like
on you
right
like they
there.
say they have?
Alright, EVP session cell 10. Whose cell was this? That was my stomach.
I hear footsteps above us.
I just heard.
Hear that? There's literally someone walking above us right now. How much is going on too?
Whoever's walking above us, can you come down here and leave us a message? We're in cell 10. We have no idea why we chose this cell, but we chose it. Anybody down here with us?
Hey, who's up there?
I'm gonna play this back, but can you tell us your name?
I'm Kevin.
I heard Kevin.
I'm gonna play this back, but can you tell us your name?
Oh my
I'm
god.
Kevin. I'm Kevin.
Oh my
clear.
god. Now we're
Hi,
getting
Kevin.
stuff.
They're getting goosebumps.
Now we gotta do another one.
Yeah, we
That's
gotta ask
great.
him. We gotta ask him. Kevin, my name's Joe. I'm sorry you're still in this prison. Can you tell us your last name by any chance? And can I ask you what brought you to get incarcerated here?
What year is it to you?
If this is cell 10 your cell, Kevin? And if it isn't, what was your cell? What was your cell number? How long was your stay here at Moundsville? I could ask it in another way. How long were you incarcerated for at Moundsville? All right. Thank you.
Thanks, Kevin.
You sell 10 drugs, sell Kevin? What was your cell? What was your cell number? How long
19.
did you be here? No. You sell 10 drugs, sell Kevin? What was your cell? What was your cell number?
19.
Yeah.
Wait, where is that?
Good year, Josh.
How long were you incarcerated for at Moundsville?
I died.
I didn't. I died.
We're talking to somebody named Kevin. This is his cell right here. So
Kevin, can I come and sit
let's
down
talk to him.
Okay, hi Kevin. We just want to ask first if it's okay for us to be in your cell. So if you told us it's not okay, we will leave your cell. This is your cell. We understand that. Thank you for talking to us. Sorry that you never saw freedom in your last days. Were you executed here? Were you murdered?
What were you in here for? Were you innocent?
Kevin, who was your favorite cellmate, if you had one? Are you stuck here? Or can you come and go as you please now? Oh, that's my stomach, sorry. All right, I'm gonna play it back. Hopefully you're still with us, Kevin, and we really appreciate you taking the time to talk with us. If you have anything you want to tell us that'll make you feel better, please feel free to do so.
Thank you, Kevin.
I just can't believe that we got Kevin telling us that
He's in
that his cell was cell 19. Like,
Okay,
look
good.
at that. This is literally the dude's cell that we were just talking to.
That's nuts.
It's crazy.
He said he died even.
Maybe there's some really bad memories for him in 19.
Maybe.
And the only reason he came to talk to us was because we were in 10.
Oh, that's true too. That's true too.
You know?
Yeah.
All I know is there's a bunch of people. Whoa!
Something just got thrown in the
Something totally got thrown.
You got that again?
Yeah, I did.
Am I running?
Dude, it sounded like
Oh, I'm running too.
Nice.
it sounded like he's back at 10. So obviously we're looking for whatever we thought got thrown, but what's interesting and what I think is like wherever it got thrown and what we heard, we think it came right back at cell 10. And I don't know. It seems like Kevin or whoever wants to talk to us, and it's really just really good evidence right now what we're getting. We went from nothing to almost, just random little things to just something crazy right now. And then the chair that got moved too is just still like unbelievable. Now I'm starting to think like you know, if a place is inactive in one area, it could be active somewhere else. It makes me think now, like, now if this happens again, I'm just gonna keep my positive and move around more and keep trying to ghost hunt in other areas. All right, and we are back. John and Joe has left. Paranormal Quest is pretty much packed up. I'm packed up. We went from, dude, 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. and we're now leaving. We filmed for 6 hours straight, ghost investigated. It was very good. I'm gonna meet you guys back at the hotel where me and Seth is probably gonna sit down and just talk about the video and things that we covered, because we out of here. Let's go, we're packing up, peace. All right guys, so it was a long night. We stayed there till 5 in the morning and we're doing back-to-back videos, so we're just super tired.
Yep.
But you guys don't know that because we're uploading weekly. Anyways, I think the evidence we got wasn't as crazy as we thought coming in from Trans-Allegheny, hard, like ready to go.
Yeah, like the thing is, I honestly think our team is spoiled because we just constantly get good evidence, and not just good evidence, but great evidence. I mean, at Trans, we spent 2.5 hours in that one room, and that's why it became part 1. But, you know, then we come here to this prison, and maybe we don't get as much, but we still got stuff that most teams would love to get.
Well, yeah, and what I'm thinking is we have only got like maybe 3 or 4 good EVPs, and they weren't even that class A, but they were still good enough. Like, especially the whole Kevin talking and that was great, honestly amazing. And then someone throwing something at what I thought was Kevin's cell again. The noise went right back to there. But the best thing we got was the chair just kind of moving. And I didn't even see the chair move. I just heard it next to us. I thought maybe Joe touched the chair, but apparently he really didn't. I believe Joe. And he was actually in front of the chair, and then John says he's seen it. I jumped back, and then John's back got touched. Casey said she got touched. It all makes sense because before that, we're talking about how this place was fake, but we're just joking around. But I think the ghost like heard it and got like mad.
Yeah.
And overall, I think Moundsville Prison is a really cool place to see. I mean,
for sure.
I thought just by the history and everything, it was going to be a crazy, crazy night like Trans. And that just goes to show you that even the most haunted places, example, the Conjuring House, will not always be active. They're not always out. You know, and that could be for any reason that we just all don't understand or know. But overall, it was a really good video, and I'm happy with it. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Shout out to Seth, and yeah, we're done. Oh, shout out to Paranormal Quest, by the way. They're really cool. They're really informative.
Yeah,
I thought they were nice guys.
Yeah, they're cool guys, and they did a really good job giving us that tour. So big thanks to them.
Yeah, honestly, big thanks, guys. You guys are dope. Links and descriptions down below to Seth, to freaking Paranormal Quest. Check them out. You can even see Paranormal Quest side of things. We didn't even get to say a proper goodbye on camera because it was 5 a.m. We're super tired. We just packed up and left. So yeah, I hope you guys are still watching this. Anyways, rise above. Just have to explore. Peace and thanks for watching.
Yeah.